Hello, my name is Mandy. I am with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today's class is Smart Plans Overview. If you're here with me live, definitely drop those questions in the chat. I will help get those answered for you in real time. If we end class a couple of minutes early, I'll stay then as well to help get them wrapped up if we didn't get to hit any while we were going through the class. And if you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us via email, support@scottleroymarketing.com, and we'll be happy to help. So, smart plans, what are they? Smart plans are a great piece of leverage in your command account. Smart plans will actually do multiple different things, like they will send out bulk emails for you. They will create call reminders. They will create task reminders. They can also send bulk text messages if you would like them to. And so there are lots of things that a smart plan can do for you. In contrast, you may be familiar with the campaigns tab right here that offers email campaigns. That is a way to send bulk emails through your command, but it's more suitable for like a one and done kind of thing. Think about maybe an event or an open house, something that's going to be a one-time email and then you're done sending it out. That is great for email campaigns right here. But your smart plans that live right here underneath this fourth icon down, that's going to be more robust. Again, doing multiple things like creating task reminders, call reminders, bulk emails, bulk texts, lots of goodies. Okay. So this is your Smart Plans tab. We're going to deep dive into this today. Right up front, though, I do want to cover some prep work that you may just want to check on before you jump in too heavy into smart plans. There are some settings you will want to make sure are set up correctly within your command so that your information shows correctly. So let's go ahead and step through that prep work first, and then we'll travel back here to your Smart Plans tab. I'm going to go through showing you how you can actually create one from scratch today, just so you know how each step is created and edited. And that way you can have freedom to create something that will be specific for your business. And I'll also show you how to get into the Smart Plans library where you can download smart plans that are already built and they're ready to be used right away. So today you can actually start putting smart plans in action today with your database. Okay, so we'll go into both of those things a little bit later. First, let's jump into the prep work. You'll want to go to your name up in the top right and go to your settings. The first item that I'm going to show you in here is called Command Mail. It's all the way at the bottom. And currently, as of just a few moments ago, yeah, it's still temporarily unavailable. But let me tell you about it while we're here, okay? So, Command Mail is the platform that Command uses to send out those bulk emails that I was talking about, mass emails, right? To multiple contacts at once. When it sends out from your command, it actually shows that it's going out from an email address, agent, a little bit of numbers at mailer.kw.com. I'll try to grab an example here while we're talking so I can put it up on the screen for you. And so when it comes from that particular email, it will go out to your contacts. You can't change that particular email, but you can change the name that the email is coming from, and you can also change the email address that receives the replies. So when one of your contacts replies back to that smart plan, you will be able to change the email that receives those replies. I'm going to throw an example up on the screen so I can kind of show you a little bit better, and that is T9C. Hold on. Let's zoom in here. All right. And so what you're seeing on your screen here is just an example of a Smart Plan email. This is a monthly neighborhood nurture email. I'm going to show you how to set this up today, by the way. This is an automatic email that will go out from your command system once a month or once every 2 weeks, depending on which version you choose of the neighborhood nurture. And it sends out to your contacts any neighborhood market stats that are relevant to them, along with any listings that are currently on the market in the neighborhoods that they want to keep their eye on. Completely automated. You don't have to build any content for it. It's pretty snazzy. So, I'll show you how to build this or how to get this set up before the end of class. So this will be one of the things you can go ahead and immediately put your hands to today. Okay. But as this example of this email, you can see right here that it comes from that kind of email address, right? So while you can't change this, you can change the name that appears. And also, when that person is replying back, you can change the email that receives those replies. Okay. Typically, we'll come back and visit that little guy in a minute. Typically, this is where you would manage that. We hope this is back up and running any day now. We know KW got through a lot of their security updates and maintenance items earlier this week on Monday. So we are hoping that this is following very, very soon. Once this is back able to be adjusted, you would just simply come here and click Manage. You will see the field to adjust your name, and you will see the field to adjust the email that receives your replies. Okay. You will also see the status of your sends, your email sends for the month. With Command Email, you get 5,000 free sends a month. You can go over that. If you're working with a larger database, or maybe you find out that you are getting great return on your smart plans, and this is something you want to work with a little more, you can always increase that subscription. First 5,000 is free. Anything above that, you would have an additional charge, but you would be able to manage all of that through this button right here. And again, hopefully that will be up and working soon. Second thing you want to look at is just below this, right here with Twilio. Twilio is a platform that can send and receive text messages in bulk for you. Okay. I can also do phone calls, but the main purpose with Command is those text messages. It's the platform that will integrate with Command so that you can send bulk text messages through your Command system, like in SmartPlans. You would need to purchase the Twilio account directly through Command in order for that to work. This is optional. You don't have to purchase Twilio to be able to do SmartPlans, but if you want the bulk text to go out automatically, you would need to come here and subscribe in the marketplace to Twilio for the system to do those bulk texts automatically. I think their lowest plan right now is it's still under like $5 a month. So it's worth checking into if you think this is going to benefit your business. We see a lot of great results with this for agents. So definitely check that out. If you're using Smart Plans and you want to use that text step in a Smart Plan so that it will text the contact and you don't have Twilio, the system will just simply create a task for you to manually text that contact directly from your mobile device. Okay, so if you have Twilio, the system will automatically send that text for you in bulk. But if you do not have Twilio, you can still use Smart Plans. You can still use the text option. It will just simply create a task reminder for you instead, and you'll need to manually send out those texts. Okay. Third thing to check when it comes to settings is your marketing profile. It lives right over here underneath your Connect settings, and you can choose marketing profile. This is the bank of information, your branding that feeds out to your command marketing. You'll just want to come through here and make sure that the information is as you want it to be. We have a tech tip video on our YouTube channel that shows how to go through every single field on this marketing profile and how to edit it. So if you need to go through that, definitely check that tip video out or reach out to us here at Scott Leroy Marketing, and we'll be happy to help update any information on your marketing profile for you. Okay. So I'm not going to go through every field for the sake of time today, but do come and check your information here and make sure it's exactly as you would like it to appear. Okay. All right. That's it for the back end settings. Just kidding. I missed one right here under command settings. There's one little guy that lives right here under smart plans. So command settings, smart plans. This is just a time and date setting. The reason this is so important is because there is a TCPA, and that is essentially like, um, let me let somebody in through the waiting room. There we go. This is a compliance issue. Basically, text messages coming out from your smart plans to your contacts need to only be sent between 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. To be compliant. Okay. And so you will want to make sure that this time zone is set to your exact time zone so that when your system starts automatically sending out items like text messages, it will ensure that it only goes out within that time frame in your time zone. Okay, so you're compliant. So make sure this time zone's set correctly and click save once you update that. Okay, all right. Now that really is the finished of the backend settings. Let's travel over to our contacts tab right here. I'm just going to touch on a few things that you can do to also help prep your command contacts to get them ready to put on a smart plan. So click on the contacts tab. By the way, if you're not familiar with the icons, you can always click that red square and it'll pop the name out for you. You can click it again to hide them. So right here for command contacts, you have filters available in your command contacts that are really great in order to find the contacts that are good to go for a smart plan. Like, let's talk about that monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan I mentioned earlier, right? Well, it needs a neighborhood to be on your contact profile. If you haven't seen how to add a contact, excuse me, and add a neighborhood to a contact, I'll show you that really quick. It's right here. If you click into your contact, just click their name. And on the left-hand side of any contact you have in here, you will see a neighborhoods section. A lot of times, if you have a primary address on file for that contact, it will automatically pull in the neighborhood and add it right here for you. But let's say it's in an area of new construction, or maybe it's in a very rural area, so there's not a designated neighborhood, then it may look like this contact does and not have any primary neighborhood. That's okay. You can always add neighborhoods manually to your contacts. This is a great conversation to have with your contacts. You can call them, come from contribution, and say, hey, I actually have this great tool at my disposal. I can now pull market stats for you and current listings to show you an update about a particular area that you might be interested in. This could apply to everybody. If they own real estate, then you could send them information about the neighborhood they currently live in. If they want to eventually own real estate, you can send them information about a neighborhood they're considering moving to, right? So pretty much anybody and everybody can benefit from this particular smart plan, the monthly neighborhood nurture. So you can come in here and add neighborhoods manually by clicking add neighborhood and then find on a map. If you know the neighborhood name, you can put it right there, but most people don't. So you can click find on a map and literally begin searching for their location by putting in a street address here. Like if we were going to type in a street address, you can then choose from the drop down and it would pinpoint that spot for you. You can zoom in and anything you see green, those are neighborhoods. You can hover over and see the name, click to select them, click again to unselect them, and you can choose as many as you want. They don't have to be in the same area. I could pick one in Timbuktu and then come back over to the other side of the United States and pick another neighborhood over there. So it doesn't have to be within any proximity to each other. Just choose the neighborhoods that they're interested in and want to receive information about and click save. The neighborhoods will appear right here listed. You can see we have a bajillion on this one, and you get a little preview right here. If you ever want to see the stats that it would send for that neighborhood, you can always click preview and it will pop it out for you up here so that you can see that neighborhood and the information that it will give. Okay. Going to come back into command. That's how you add a neighborhood to a contact. So again, if you're getting ready to send out that monthly neighborhood nurture, and you want to manually add some neighborhoods to contacts, you can do that. But let me show you how you can find the guys, your contacts that already have them added. Let's go back out to contacts and use those filters I was talking about. So click your filters. Minimize some of the little guys here. There we go. And so you can come in here and choose the neighborhoods filter and say any neighborhoods. If you want to find the contacts that already have neighborhoods on file, or you could even choose no neighborhoods. Maybe these are the guys that you want to have a conversation with. So you can go ahead and start reaching out to your database and nurturing them today and have that conversation of, hey, I can get you this for free. Can I go ahead and talk to you about what neighborhoods interest you? So you can use these filters and apply them so that you can see the contacts that already have those neighborhoods for that monthly neighborhood nurture or the biweekly neighborhood nurture. Same thing, it just goes out every 2 weeks instead of once a month. They also need to have a good email address, right? Because this comes out in email form automatically to them. In that case, you may want to come up here to the advanced filters, and I'll show you how to apply the multiple filters using advanced filters. So you can come here and add a field and search for primary email address. Make sure that the value shows is not empty. This means they have a good email address on file. Okay. I'll go ahead and remove my tag one. That's just for class. Your next filter, find the one that has a neighborhood. Neighborhoods is not empty. You can go ahead and screenshot that if you want or come back, circle back to it later. But we also have a tech tip video on our YouTube channel that shows how to set up these monthly neighborhood nurtures. But this is something I want to show you how to do so that by the end of class today, you will know exactly how to go into your system and get this monthly neighborhood nurture started right away. So these are the two advanced filters that you can set up. And when you click apply, this will find the contacts in your database that already have a primary email address on file and already have a neighborhood. That means they are good to go. You can get them added to a monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan today and start leveraging your command system, right? Because it's automated. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to create content and it just runs without you. Okay. So set those filters. I'm going to click away, but you need to click apply so it'll show you the contacts. I'm going to click away so it shows our contacts here. Once you find those contacts, go ahead and add a bulk tag to them just to help you keep them organized so that you know these are the guys that have that email address and those neighborhoods and they're good to go. So you can simply do that by selecting all, go to your action menu, and add a tag. We'll say monthly neighborhood nurture, right? These are the guys that we wanted to add. Looks like I already have that tag. So I'm going to make it something that we don't know yet or we don't have yet. MNN for monthly neighborhood nurture, smart plan. And if the tag is not created yet, you can always click create tag, choose the color, and create tag. Now, see how it says one selected at the bottom? I've already got that tag selected, so I can go ahead and click submit and it would add that tag to these guys for me. If there's any other tags you want to add at the same time, you can. Okay. You can do more than one. I went ahead and clicked submit to add that tag. Takes it just a second. Every now and again, you'll get this banner down here at the bottom saying it added the tag, but you may not see it automatically applied just yet. If that ever happens to you, just hit that refresh button up here on your browser, and then it'll update and show you correctly. Okay. All right. So we found our contacts that have a neighborhood. They also have an email address on file, and we've added our little tag for MNN Smart Plan, so we know how to find these guys later and add them to a smart plan, right? So those are some things that you might want to go through and do, just getting your database prepped and ready for a smart plan so that you know who do you have an email on file for? Who do you have a good phone number on file for? Who don't you have that information for? And you might want to call them today, right? Or reach out to them. So let's jump back into our Smart Plans tab now. Give you some general navigation of this particular page. Then I'm going to show you how to get some pre-built plans going so that you can, again, get started right away today without having to start from scratch. Okay. All right, so Smart Plans tab. You may see these big blue blocks here in your account. Don't worry, you can always hit the X at the over on the right to close them after you've read them. This is letting you know that there are new security updates when it comes to command email. Remember the platform that will send out the bulk emails for you, and Twilio. They now have content moderation. If you have not read into the details on that, you will want to go ahead and learn more here. What we're seeing so far is that certain links, certain hyperlinks that are being shared in maybe an email or text that may present security issues or potential security issues, those emails and texts are not going through. You will see a notification of that within your contacts profile back up here in your contacts tab. You can open up that contact just like I showed you when we were looking at the neighborhood. And on the right-hand side, you'll see a timeline, and it will tell you whether that email or text was delivered and if it wasn't delivered for security reasons. Okay. So if you receive any kind of error and you have any questions, you just let us know here at Scott Leroy Marketing. We're happy to jump in and take a look at it for you and confirm what it is. But there are new security measures. If the link you're trying to share is being blocked, there is a method to follow to help get that link approved and reviewed by KW so that you can send it and it's not considered a security issue. And so just let us know if you need any help with that or you're running into any issues. The other thing is our Twilio account's not connected. This is a demo account. We don't have a Twilio account to connect. You may also see this if you haven't purchased one yet. It's okay. Again, totally optional. You don't have to have it. You'll just manually send your text instead of automatically sending them, right? So you can go ahead and click either subscribe into KW Marketplace to go ahead and subscribe to Twilio, or click that X to get rid of this blue banner if you want. I will tell you that this time, I believe that the subscription may not currently be working. I can try it really quick for you guys just to see. This is also one of the items. Yeah. So typically this would take you right to Twilio and you would be able to pull it up and look at their plans. But as you can see, it's not coming up at all. It's still under maintenance. We hope that that is done again ASAP. It's been a minute. We know they're working hard on that. So if you're looking to subscribe, it just may be another day or so, or however long it takes KW to get that back up and running. Okay. Um, you can at any point go ahead and X these out if you want to remove them or leave them up. It's your choice. Here on the Smart Plans tab, you'll notice you have a search bar. And these plans listed down here are ones you've already created or downloaded from the library. They will live down here. You can always click beside their names if you want to open them up and kind of view the different steps that are in them. Like we can see in this particular plan, there's 5 steps. There's day 1, it will send an email. Day 4, it will send a text between the hours of 8 and 12. You get to pick the time frame, by the way. Day 5 creates a touch task for you to send a postcard. Day 8, make a phone call. Day 10 creates a task for you to send a letter. And so you can kind of preview the smart plan here underneath when you click this little arrow beside the name to kind of show you what that plan is if you're not super familiar with it. Next, it will show you if there's any contacts currently on the plans. You can notice when I'm clicking on it, it will sort this up and down for you, as well as the other columns. You can click those and it will sort by them. This is what it looks like when you actually have a contact on your plan. It will show you the number of contacts that are currently on the smart plan. And you have a little eyeball you can click if you want to actually see the email addresses that are on that plan. Okay. Good rule of thumb with smart plans. If you have a contact added to it, it's currently activated, it's currently working. If you don't have any contacts on the smart plan, it's considered deactivated. It's not doing anything. So you don't have to worry about anything going out to contacts randomly. You don't have to worry about random tasks being able or being created. If there's no contacts on the smart plan, it's deactivated and just sitting here. Okay. If you ever need to remove a contact, you can always click that eyeball and it'll give you an option to remove them. If you ever need to come in and like deactivate a plan for some reason, come right here, click that eyeball and remove them all. You see when the smart plan's created, how long it lasts. Like sometimes you have quarterly plans that'll last 3 months or 90 days. So you can see the duration here. And total touches. There's something in a smart plan called steps, like an email step would send an email, a text step would send a text. Okay, so we have steps. Think of them as building blocks, but touches are how many times your contact is actually directly interacted with. Okay, that means you reached out and touched somebody. Okay, and so this lets you know right here in this column how many touches these smart plans actually do. Okay, they might have more steps than five, but 5 different times that contact will be interacted with. And you have some actions over here on the right to take with these smart plans. The little person with a plus sign is a way to add contacts to your smart plan, aka activating it. This will allow you to add contacts in groups of 20 at a time. By the end of class, I'm going to show you how to add way more than that. Bulk add up to 500 at a time. You can add as many people to a smart plan as you want. You'll just need to do it in increments of 500. Okay. So 500 isn't the max, but that's the largest increment that you can add them in. And I'll show you how to do that by the end of class. Your little pencil right here is how you can edit a smart plan. This will actually open up the smart plan for you so that you can see what it looks like and make any changes you need to. And then the 3 dots over here on the right will vary depending on which smart plan it is, but most of the time you can either choose to copy this smart plan, which will duplicate it for you. Maybe you found a mistake in it and you want to actually create it again so that you can go in and edit it or make changes. Um, Copying it is an option. You can also choose to publish your smart plan. Maybe it's one you built yourself and you're getting great return on it, and you want to be able to publish it so other associates can use it for their business. You can choose to publish it to the library and make it available to all other associates. You can also choose to delete the smart plan. It would remove it from right here within your list. And there's no undo button on that, guys. So once you delete it, it's gone. If it was something you did not create yourself, you may be able to go back to the library up here and download it again. But if it was one you created yourself and you delete it from down here, it is gone. Okay. All right. Notice we do have a create button in the top right. We're going to jump into this little guy in just a second. I want to show you what an already put together smart plan looks like so that you can have a visual of the layout. Okay, so we're just going to look at it real quick and then I'll jump into details with it later. Let me see if I can find us a good smart plan to look at. There's our long-term nature guy. Okay, so long-term nurture, excuse me. So I'll come over here and click edit, and this opens up the smart plan. Okay, don't be overwhelmed. This is a lot, but don't be overwhelmed. On the left, remember I told you you have those steps, right? They're kind of like building blocks. Those are these guys. So our little step that will create a task for you, a call reminder, send a bulk text, excuse me, bulk email. I can read really, and then send a bulk text for you. And you also have another little step that you can add in where a smart plan will actually add your contacts to another smart plan for you. For an example, maybe you've created an introduction smart plan for yourself that will automatically send an email to a new lead and give them maybe a little 60-second video of who you are. Hey, I'm so and so. It's the middle of the night, so I'm not going to call you right now, but here's some free resources so that you can go ahead and get started, and I'll be in touch first thing in the morning. Something like that, right? But you can have an introduction email, introduction smart plan, And then maybe the second step on that smart plan is that your command will actually add them to a monthly neighborhood nurture smart plan or the birthday smart plan. There's a lot of other smart plans that you can actually have one smart plan lead to the next one that leads to the next one. So that's what this little step right here is. So you have your steps and your building blocks on the left. Got some compliance and best practices, tips and rules over here on the left. Check those out when you got some time. There's some good stuff there. And in the middle of your page that you're looking at, this is actually the smart plan built out. It's kind of like a timeline. So day one will be here at the top. And as you scroll down, it will move through that smart plan. And what you're looking at is like on day 21, your step will be to create a task. Your system will create a task reminder for you. And then in 10 more days, on day 31, it will send a text out to your contact for you. Okay, so as you can see, this is what a smart plan looks like. It shows you all the steps on what day they will occur. And then on the right-hand side, you'll see some other smart plan details here. This is also the side that you will begin to edit those steps. Like if I click on this call reminder right here, if I click on it, notice now on the right-hand side, I have all the details about that one step, and I can come in and make edits or delete it. Okay, we're going to get into this heavy in just a little bit. I just want to show you the generic layout, the basic layout of what a smart plan will look like once you're in it and you're building it, or if it's already pre-built and the setup like this, just so you know where to come in and you can add things, edit them. Okay. We'll jump into this in a few minutes. Let me close it out now that you know what a basic layout of a smart plan looks like. And let's jump into our smart plan library up here at the top so I can show you where you can get some of these pre-built plans. So you'd click the library. You have your search bar. You have a few search options. Maybe you know the smart plan name, or maybe you kind of know what it's about if you're looking for a particular kind of description. You can also look by author name. You have some filters you can look through. It opens your filter drawer over here. Maybe you're looking for a long term, something that's going to run for the next 9 to 12 months. You can just plug and play and let it go. You can come over here and choose what you're looking for. If you know the author name, remember our touches, how many times it interacts with your contact. So you can come over here and pick a plan that has a lot of touches, a few touches, whatever you're looking for. Maybe you want a smart plan that's already been downloaded by a bunch of other agents so that you know it's already been tried and tested. You can adjust that filter. You can even search by ratings. So maybe you're looking for something that has 5+ stars, and that way you'll know that you can go ahead and use it with your contacts and expect a good return. Or maybe you're kind of looking for some stuff that might need some improvement. Maybe it's got good bones, but you can make it your own. You can come in here and search for things like that too. Okay. Make sure to click filter results once you're done selecting which filters you want. And that will show you the smart plans based on your filters. You also have some categories you can choose from: featured, most used, top rated, or newest. And if you don't choose any of the filters, what's already showing here on your page are the features at the top in this blue field here. These are going to go horizontal to flip through. Okay, so you can see the card for each smart plan right here. It will give you the name of the smart plan, the duration, how many times it touches your contact, gives you a little blurb about what this does. This is a monthly call plan because it says sometimes once a quarter is not enough. It reminds you to call any contacts you assign to it every 30 days. It shows you how many times it's been downloaded and what the reviews have been. So this has got 4.5 stars out of 12,000 downloads. That's pretty good. Shows you the author and when it was published. And at the bottom, you can click view steps. Let's go ahead and pop that open. This looks very similar to what I showed you earlier. Remember, it'll show you like day one, it's a call reminder. Day 31, it repeats itself. So every 31 days, you'll get a call reminder to call the person in your contact. By the way, and I'll show you this shortly, when you schedule your smart plans to start, if you're working with a large database, there is a way to stagger start that smart plan so that you can do it in small increments so that you don't come in tomorrow and have 1,000 call reminders. Okay. There's a way to break it up to where you can have like 20 a day until it gets to your full database. Okay. Go ahead and click Add Smart Plan if this is something that you do want to add over to your smart plans. You also have that button right here where you can click Add Smart Plan. You can name it whatever you would like and click download. If you ever see it like this, see our little no symbol and the download button is grayed out. This means you already have it over here in your smart plans. You've already downloaded it. Okay. So here are your featured. It's going to scroll horizontally. You can click the arrow to thumb through these guys. When you come down from that, these are the Keller Williams plans. These guys have limited editability, okay? Because they're just ready to plug and play. They're pre-built. They don't allow you to make a whole lot of changes because they're already, I mean, look how many downloads they've had and they've been published since 2019. When KW authors something, there's not a whole lot that you can change about it, but they're good to use. I want to show you a few that are in this particular list that I would highly recommend. The first, again, that biweekly neighborhood nurture we talked about. This would make that email go out every 2 weeks. If you want that, choose this one. If you would rather do the monthly neighborhood nurture, where the email only goes out once a month, choose that one. It is also in this list. If we come click over to the right, here he is. He lives right here. So you can click Add to Smart Plan and name it. We already have him, so we can't download, but you would name it what you want or leave it like that and click Download. That would add it over here to your My Smart Plans. The other ones to point out within this KW list are the birthday one. There's a birthday and a home anniversary. Here's him. So, home anniversary and birthday. These two particular plans, because they're authored by KW, they are the only two birthday and home anniversary smart plans that are actually coded correctly to pull from the exact dates on your command contacts. Okay. You may find a million other birthday and home anniversary smart plans back here, guys. Please go through them carefully and make sure they are what you want them to be, because otherwise, your entire database will get a happy birthday email tomorrow. Okay. So, Keller Williams, the authored plans right here that I'm showing you, this home anniversary, and if I click back, the little birthday guy right here, these two are coded correctly to be triggered based on the exact date on your contacts profiles. For the birthday, let's view the steps. It will, again, programmed based on the birthday for that contact. So 5 days before the birthday, it will create a touch task for you to send a birthday card in the mail. Then the day before the person's birthday, it will actually give you a call reminder to call them on their birthday. Day 6, it will create a task for you to go on their social media and reach out to them to celebrate them. And it will also automatically send a text, if you have Twilio set up, to that person saying happy birthday. And you can customize that message that goes out to them. If you don't have Twilio set up, it will just create a task reminder for you to send that text. Okay, pretty snazzy little plan. Home anniversary is very similar, so definitely want to recommend you check those out. Those again are something that you can plug and play right now based on your contacts that you already have that you can go ahead and get set up and start nurturing that database. If I scroll down from below the Keller Williams, you will see top rated next. And then what's new? Maybe you're looking for something a little more cutting edge. You want to try out and help pioneer some stuff. Well, these are smart plans that don't have any reviews usually and haven't been downloaded very much, but you can come down here and find some stuff that you actually really like. I'll give this disclaimer, guys, when you're back here in this library, when you download a smart plan and bring it over to your My Smart Plans, click that edit pencil, jump in that smart plan, and go through each step. What you're looking for is to make sure that there's no pre-inputted like branding, like that agent didn't actually type out their name in the email or the text. Okay. Also, another good thing to do, add yourself to the smart plan first. Add yourself as a contact in command. Add yourself to the smart plan so that you'll receive the same things that your contacts would receive. That way you can look at it and make sure it's only showing your branding, especially if it was built by another associate back here in the library. Okay. One other thing while we're back here, I actually want to show you how to search for our smart plans that we've built. You can go to author name, put in Scott LaRoy. LaRoy is two words. And so these are ours that we have authored. You can see that right here. We do have a lot of great ones back here, but the main one that I want to show you is when you come down, we have our newsletter. It is a monthly newsletter. The content is already created for you. And so you can come in here and add this smart plan to your smart plans and add your contacts. And this will plug in your branding, but it already has the content for the month. So it's a great newsletter that you don't have to worry about building. Each month we're releasing a brand new one. You can always come here and find it, or you can email us and we'll be happy to actually get this added for you and even send it to your contacts for you. So just let us know if you need any help with that. But this newsletter, again, already has created content in it. You don't have to worry about doing it on your own. Okay. All right. Let's travel back over here to My Smart Plans. And I'm actually going to walk you through creating a smart plan from scratch. This is going to show you some really cool features in these smart plan steps. Okay. So let's go over here to the top right and click Create. We got to name our little guy. So just going to say Demo Smart Plan and put my date. Of course, you would name it whatever you want to and create plan. Remember, this is our steps over here on the left. Our smart plan that we're building is right here in the middle. And then we have some edit options over here on the right. I want to go ahead and talk about editing over here in the far bottom right-hand corner, just to show you some of the options that are over here. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat. And so what this is, this will show you some auto add and remove rules. So to auto add contacts to a smart plan, there's something called a trigger tag right here. It's grayed out because we don't have any steps built into our smart plan just yet. But what a trigger tag is, if I have remember our tags that we were adding to our contacts? Well, if I add a trigger tag to this smart plan, let's say the tag is lead, okay? If I add that trigger tag here to this smart plan, that means when I'm working in my contacts, or maybe I've run a paid ad or I've run a campaign and the leads that are coming in are being auto tagged. If a tag named lead gets added to any contacts, it will automatically start them on the smart plan. Okay, so it pulls from the tag that's added to the contact. Please know if any contacts already have that tag before adding it as a trigger, those won't be added. It's moving forward. So you want to come add your trigger, and then any contact moving forward that has that tag will automatically be added to the smart plan. Okay. You can manually add the contacts that currently have that same tag, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. Remember, I said you could bulk add contacts. We're going to look at that in two shakes. So you can add some trigger tags. I believe it's up to 10 on your smart plans. And then you have some auto remove rules as well down here. These are optional. You don't have to choose any of these, but you can choose all or some. But basically, if a contact replies to an email that you had built into this smart plan, if you choose this, it will automatically remove them when they reply. Or if they reply to an automated text from this smart plan and you choose to this remove rule, it will automatically remove them from the smart plan so they'll no longer receive it. Okay? You can unselect, select whatever is applicable to you and your business. But I just wanted to show you that that's where those little guys live if you're looking to automate addition and removal. Let's start looking at our steps over here so I can show you how to build this and how to edit it. Okay, so we have our day one right here, and we can drag and drop a step into that first day. So let's say that this first day, we want an email to go out to the contact. As soon as they're added to the smart plan, we want this email to go. You simply drag and drop the step over. When you click on these steps, just a second, when you click on these steps, you can pick them up and drag and drop them. Okay, so we'll drag and drop him. Notice our window over here on the right changes. Now we're going to edit the specific step. And with emails, you have two different types of emails that you can do through a smart plan. The first is simple, self-explanatory. Literally, the text that you enter in this subject field, and then the text you enter right here into the body of your email, that's it. That's all that's going out. It won't include your email signature. It won't include any photos. The only thing you can add into a simple email is going to be text here. And you can add a hyperlink if you want. Maybe you want to send them your app link or your website link, something like that. If you want to get real fancy, maybe you do want to share a video with them, you could do like a YouTube link. If you want to share a PDF with them, host it on your Google Drive and you can share that link. Those are some ways around being able to share some content through a simple design email if you want. So that's still doable here, but it's just very basic. Okay. So you would enter your email here. Let's say hi, and we want to include the contact's first name. Go ahead, Valentina, drop that question in there. Yep. Yes, you absolutely are going to have access to this recording. It will be up on our YouTube channel within 24 hours, but our class archive is already there if you want to check it out so that you can move through it. Here's the class archive. I just dropped that link to you. If you want to go and check that out afterwards, that way you can slow down, move through at your own pace kind of thing. Because this is a lot. Smart plans are a lot. They're big and robust and they're heavy leverage for your business. So it's definitely, you're welcome. And so you can definitely go back and check that out. So let's say I want to say hi and I want it to include my actual contact's name. I want it to be super personal, right? Not robotic. I can actually add merge tags, guys, right here. Add merge tag and choose contact first name. That is what a merge tag looks like. Make sure you're choosing them from this actual list and that it looks formatted like that so that you know it's a real deal. Remember when I gave you a disclaimer when you're pulling smart plans from the library and somebody else built it, you want to kind of go through it and make sure. Every now and again, you'll find one of those smart plans and it will say this. That's not a merge tag. So keep an eye out for that. For it to actually pull in your contacts information, it will need to be one of these merge tags right here. You can add your body of your text, but at the end, remember your email signature is not going to go out on this. Only the text that's entered into this field will go out. So you will want to add your name. You can choose the merge tag if you want and even have it put in your first name, last name, maybe your team name and your app link. So there are some merge fields here that you may want to add into your signature here. But pay attention, it didn't say anything about a phone number. So you would need to come in and manually type in your phone number using this option. Okay. And so again, simple email. You can hammer it out really quick. You can still include links and make it personal with the merge tags, but this is all that's going out. Okay. So that's what a simple email looks like. I want to show you what a dynamic email looks like. We'll choose designs, and this is a designs email. I still have my little subject line, so you need to pick the subject of what your email will look like. Okay. But now instead of a body that you would be typing out text, it gives you the option to choose a design. This is from your Command Designs tab. You can select a design and it will pull up all of your email designs that you've come in and edited. If you're not super familiar with designs, we have a ton of design classes that will teach you how to go in and use this editor, build those email designs, and get in there and make it really personal and really beautiful. Those classes are on our YouTube channel if you need them. I'm just going to grab this first little guy for us today and show you that you just click on it to choose that Smart Plan email to plug into the email. And once you're done previewing it, if you want to make any changes, you can. You would just save and close. And now our email is a design email full of beautiful graphics. You can have hyperlinks in that graphic as well. It will also have your email signature built into it, and you can really make it a robust email. Okay. So that's a designs email option versus the simple email option. Down here at the bottom, you'll have scheduling options. Now, this is day one. So as soon as you add your contacts to this email, or excuse me, to the Smart Plan, it will immediately send out that contact or send out that email to that contact. So it doesn't let us schedule it. You can see it's kind of barred out. If this was on any other step, we would have options right here to schedule it the beginning of the day, the middle of the day, or the end of the day. Okay, we'll go ahead and choose add step. And now our little guy is right here. If you ever want to add another step to this day one, all you got to do is just drag and drop, put you another step up there. This is what a call reminder looks like. You would add the task name, say call, use your merge tags, first name, last name. That will pull automatically for your command and generate that task for you. Maybe in the description, you'll put a note about what you need to talk about. You can use your merge tags and include their phone number. So you have it right there in the task. You're not hunting through your database trying to find it. If you want to include a hyperlink, there's a field to do that. Make your priority level. Choose when it's due. Is it going to be the same day? Due all day? If not all day, you can actually pick a particular time of day that it would be due by. You can even choose future dates. Okay. And then to schedule it, since it's still on day one, let me well, add the step. If I move this guy, I can add a day, right? So now on day two of this smart plan, what would happen? If they're getting a call and an email on that first day, maybe I want to wait, let's say another week, add how many days you want it to wait. So on day eight, I'll have another task that happens here. And maybe I choose that phone call needs to come down here on day eight to separate my actions a little bit. So you have options. You can drag and drop your steps. You can continue adding more days, wait another week, do something different. You can change them, slide them around, whatever you need to do, okay? This text step is the next one I want to show you real quick with our last few minutes here because there's multiple text options when you're in here building a smart plan. You can choose to send that automated text if you have Twilio set up, or just choose to create the text task if you don't have Twilio. But if you have Twilio, you actually have two text types available. You can send a static text. That means any text that you enter here, again, you got those merge tags, so you can make this say whatever you want. You can even use emojis. Whatever this text says, that will be the exact text that that person receives, even if they roll through this smart plan 5 times. That will always be the text that they get every time they come through this smart plan. Okay. But if you want to do dynamic, You can actually set up 6 different text messages right here. And every time that that contact rolls through this smart plan, let's say you have it on repeat every 30 days or every 60 days, a different text will go out every single time that that contact rolls through. It will know that, hey, this contact's already been through this smart plan 2 times before. This is its third time coming through the smart plan, so we will send text number 3 that's down here this time. Does that make sense? So it will be less robotic and more personal every single time. So that's just a really cool dynamic texting option that's here available within your smart plans that you may want to check out. Okay. The make the call task reminder that we just walked through is the same setup as creating a task. The difference between these 2 steps is when it's a make a call reminder and you complete it, it will give you a pop-up window and let you make notes as to whether you actually left a message or made contact and what you talked about with that person. It will add the phone call activity to that contact's timeline as well. If it's a task, it doesn't necessarily make that activity marker on your contact's profile. Okay. So this is how you would get in and build these plans by yourself. If you want to do it from scratch, you can click Save Plan when you're done. Oh, I made a little day and didn't have a step in here. So I can just come in and hit the trash can and delete that. Let's try to save again. Let me show you how to bulk add contacts to this smart plan now that we've gotten it created. Once you're done, you click the X to get out of it. To bulk add contacts, go to your Contacts tab. Use those filters to find the guys that you want to add to this smart plan. Remember, we had actually used the tag MNN smart plan. So you can click filters, go to your tags, start typing in your tag, select it, and click apply. Once your contacts come up that have that tag, come right here and make sure you're seeing up to 500 at a time. So you want to see up to 500 per page. You select all, and from your bulk action menu, add to smart plan. This will show you your smart plans that you currently have in your smart plan tab. And you can see our little guy right here. We can select our demo smart plan. It will let you know if any of your contacts are missing information. Remember, our smart plan had a call reminder and it's letting us know which contacts don't have phone numbers. You can go ahead and add them to the plan anyway. It will move them through the smart plan on the actual steps that they can complete, like an email and things like that. Or you can choose just not to add them at all. But we'll go ahead and add to plan anyway. And these are your scheduling options. You can start this smart plan all right now. Please be careful with this because if you have a gajillion people in your command database, you are fixing to create a gajillion text messages or task reminders or call reminders for yourself on the same day. Okay. Don't overwhelm yourself in business. Come right here. You can start all on a specific date if you want. Choose it from the calendar or choose that stagger start that I was telling you about. You get to choose how many people start on the smart plan in one day. Let's say we had those 500 contacts we're adding to the smart plan, right? I can choose to add like 10 at a time. So today would add 10, tomorrow adds 10, and so on until it hits 500. Okay, so it stagger starts it for you. Go ahead and choose what's appropriate for your business. Make sure you have clicked that you have read that TCPA disclaimer, the Telephone Consumer Protection Act, and go ahead and confirm when you're ready. So we'll go ahead and confirm. And now our little guys will start being added to that smart plan over and over until it adds up to all the ones that you're trying to add. If you ever wonder if they're actually receiving the smart plan, you can always click on the contact's name and check that timeline out. And you can see it was actually undelivered because our email address was invalid. Go figure. But you can see the little preview in here on how that actual smart plan performed. Okay. And that's the end of our class, guys. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording. If you have any questions, go ahead and drop them in the chat. I'll stay for just a second and help get those answered. If you're watching this back on recording, you can always reach out to us via email, support@scottleroymarketing.com. Thanks for watching.